Good morning, Shield Wall Nation. This is going to be your Tactical Tuesday video. Now, what I need you to do is go down below, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can get the notifications when I put up videos just like this, and make sure you share these videos. Let's get into it. Now, this is the second part to situational awareness, and is actually identifying the threat indicators. That can be a plethora of things, but I will cover a few of them. However, I want to kind of iterate that a threat, a danger to you, they usually have the upper hand. Now, that being said, is if they're waiting in a room or already scoping out a high populous area, whether that be in a Walmart, a fair, or some large gathering, they will have the upper hand. It is your job to bring them from having the upper hand here, and bring it as close as possible to meeting them. Now, would they have the jump on you? Yes, they will. That's the point of an ambush. Is the ambusher has the advantage over the ambushee. So that being said, you have to heighten, when you go into more precarious situations, heighten it from that color code I did before, from maybe a yellow or a green to a yellow, maybe to a yellow to a red, depending on the factors involved. One of those factors is dress code. What is the people wearing? You're looking around, let's say it's summer, you're out at a fair and it's 95, 100 degrees out, and you see someone wearing a hoodie. There. That's a threat indicator. Whether that person is just trying to sweat his weight away, as a means to lose weight, possibly. But you keep an eye on him, because you can never be too sure. Let's flip the temperature and the climate a bit. Let's say it's cold outside and you see someone with a t-shirt or a tank top and shorts. Could be a threat indicator. Could just be an idiot. But that's something that's out of place, out of the norm. Let's say, in a way, in a bad way, you have to discriminate. Simple as that. If you're walking through a rich neighborhood and you happen to see someone that is homeless or homely looking, raggedy clothes, threat indicator. Doesn't mean you should go up there and say, don't belong in here. Just keep an eye on them. Simple as that. If you see someone in a bad neighborhood walking around the streets at night, threat indicator. Because bad neighborhoods and nighttime is kind of the way to cover their criminal activities. It could just be someone out for a walk. Once again, you don't just go up there and say, what the heck are you doing out here? You don't belong out here. You don't. But you keep that in your mind and you keep eyes out. Like in the neighborhood I grew up in the beach. So if you see Hispanic people, because predominantly my city is Hispanic, except for me, I look white, but they knew I was Hispanic, but they're cool with me. If you see a Hispanic person, they question it. They go, hey, that guy doesn't belong there. Hey, that guy with baggy pants, baggy shorts, and white long socks, and walking around with a wife beater and tattoos, most likely that's a gang member. In my neighborhood, or in my city, you can say that confidently and 98% sure you are correct. He may not be, but it's that also that the societal situation that he's brought into. That's how they dress. Once again, flip the role. If you see a well-dressed white person going through the predominantly Hispanic neighborhood, boom, you question, what is he doing there? I used to go in my friend's neighborhood all the time. Now they know me. So I'm not a threat to them. They used to come up to me and like, what are you doing? I say, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. I'm always, hey, I'm just here with my friend, hanging out with my buddy. That's it. Eventually they saw me like, hey, what's up, man? That's it. But they had that same threat indicator. Like, this guy doesn't belong here. Why is he here? So dress code. Also, another good threat indicator is someone standing with their back against the wall, looking around. Their posture of standing around, looking around, they're scanning. They're scanning. That could be one of two things. It could be another like-minded person, keep an eye out for a threat indicator, or it can be a criminal looking for an easy target to pickpocket or the right opportunity to then commit that crime, whether it's a shooting, a robbery, whatever it may be. Scanning also kind of goes alongside with clothing is a hoodie or a hat covering the eyes, coming down low, kind of shielding their face so that they're not quite identified, and they can still keep an eye out just below the rim without it making it obvious that they're looking out. So that kind of plays in with the clothing as well, is that scanning. And you will easily be able to tell the difference between someone that's scanning as being a like-minded person because he stands there confidently, looks around, looks for any threat indicators, talks, looks, stops, threat indicator, any threat indicator, there's one, okay. Keep an eye on him, look around. Now, flip the role, the shady person can be like rocking back and forth, rocking on the balls of his feet, going like that, looking, keeping that brim, the hoodie just right here. Could be fidgety, could be sweating profusely on his hands, face. He can be clenching his fist like this with it down to the side, posturing. Those are all threat indicators. In fact, being in the medical field, when you come up to a scene, that's also another threat indicator, is the posture of the person. The person's like, hey, I don't know, blah, 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 this, and that. You're like, okay, cool. But if he's posturing up with his fist like this, clenched, and he's just walking to you like that, even just standing there like that, you're like, this guy's ready. Sir, I just need to take care of this patient. Can you please step back as far as safety for this patient? We don't know what's going on. And then make sure police are there in case it's more, hostile. And also you make sure your partner keeps an eye out for their, hey partner, the guy with this color pants, this shirt, looks like this. He's definitely showing an aggressive posture. Just keep an eye out when I have my back turned doing CPR. Or tending to the patient. So you have to look for those threat indicators. Another threat indicator is the threat looking busy. If they're looking down on their cell phone, la-di-da-di-da-di-da, and keep looking up, da-da-da-da-da, they're acting like they're looking at their cell phone, but they're scanning at the same time. That's a threat indicator. They're trying to act like they're not paying attention, but they're paying attention. They're like, obviously, their intention of making it look like they're not paying attention and get eyes on them is actually making it worse. Because they're here, but they're here. They're looking up. They flick down, look up. Flick down, look up. And there's videos out there of people doing that, looking at their phone. But they're also keeping an eye on that person. They're also just keeping an eye. Not even paying attention to the phone. Maybe acting like they're talking on the phone, but they're going, things like that. Another threat indicator is two people keeping an eye on someone. You got to keep this is all going. There's a video of, unfortunately, of this woman getting into her car, and there's one person that kind of goes around the front of the car, and there's another person going towards the passenger side. And the one that's coming around the driver's side of the car, the front of the car, kind of gets her attention. And then as the woman gets into the car, the other person gets into the back seat. You don't know what's going on, and then that person from the driver's side walks back through the front and then comes back and into the passenger side, and you don't know what's going on. So another threat indicator is two people moving simultaneously towards you. Whether that be from over here, over there, they're acting like they're on their phone, but they're looking at you, acting like they're talking to someone else, but they're looking at you. Maybe one's doing that while one's sitting there just scanning and flicking their eyes at you and keep eye contact. And when you look up, they look around and while they're there and they have that burn. All these play in. And you have to have that threat indicator going from green to yellow, yellow to red. Oh man, I'm yellow right now. But hey, these guys look like they're walking up on me. Or, whether I'm female or a guy, these guys are walking up on me. Or these females are walking up on me. Who knows? Now I should be yellow. Maybe I should go red now, because now the threat's here. Maybe I'm just paranoid. But I'd rather be paranoid, get myself out of a situation, than be injured or dead. So that's it, folks. That's all I'm going to do right now for another situational awareness video. If you liked it, like I said before, please go down to the bottom, like the video, comment, and let's have a conversation. If you have more threat indicators you want to throw out there, please do down there, because guess what? There's plenty of them. And I only listed a few, but if you put them down there, you're also educating other people, because I want this video to be nice and short and sweet and not bombard people with tons of information. So like I said, like, subscribe, comment, share. Like I said, Shield Wall Nation, be strong, stay resilient, shield wall up.